at some point, you're going to have to be brutally honest with yourself. You're going to have to take full accountability and take complete responsibility for your current situation. And whatever that may be, whether you're out of shape, whether you're in an unhappy relationship, whether you're struggling with your finances, it's all on you. And we like to blame everybody else and everything else about our problems. But the results that you have in your life and the reality that you are experiencing is the sum total of all of the actions that you have taken up until this point. Those actions come from your thoughts, your feelings, what you believe to be true about yourself, what you believe to be true about the world, your self-concept, your identity. And all of that gets outpictured in your life, and it creates the circumstances and the conditions of your life. And I'm going through this myself at the moment. I'm complaining about the results that I haven't got from the work that I haven't done. I've been coaching for 4 years now, and while I am very happy with my small client base, it's been around the same since I started, around 10 clients, and I have goals and dreams and ambitions of being a full-time coach and helping as many people as I possibly can, and putting myself out there, creating content, sharing my messages, my thoughts, the principles and that I've learned about losing body fat and building muscle and mindset, and now spirituality, on my journey of self-development that's been going on for over 15 years now. And I've not been creating the content. I've not been creating videos. I've not been sending the emails. I've not been knocking on the doors. And I'm like, oh, I should be further along than what I am right now. And that's bullshit. I'm bullshitting. I'm lying to myself. I shouldn't be further along. I am exactly where I deserve to be from the amount of work that I've put in. Now, the reality of it is, I have a hell of a lot of other things going on in my life. I have my family, my wife, my 2 children. They do swimming, they do basketball, they do dancing. I have a full-time job as a captain, which is an extremely responsible, all-encompassing role. And many, many, many other things, including looking after my own physical, mental and spiritual health, which has been the full-time job really for me, aside from parenting, certainly over the last few years. It was tough enough trying to fix my mental health and trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And then things were even more difficult for me when I discovered spirituality. And I can't remember what the quote is now, but the less you know, the better, put it that way. You're better off burying your head in the sand and being ignorant to it all. But because my mind, it does not stop. I think and I think and I think and I overthink and I overanalyze every last little detail of my life, because I want to be the best that I can be in every single area of my life. And it's just the way that my mind works. I've gone into the depths of fat loss, the depths of building muscle, the depths of mental health, and the depths of spirituality. Or I've certainly started scratching the surface of the depths of the universe and the law of attraction and the law of vibration, and the list goes on. But the fact of the matter is, I shouldn't be doing any better than I am now as a coach, despite the fact that my heart is in the right place and I have the passion and I have the knowledge to be able to change the lives of as many people as I could possibly reach. I haven't been trying to reach people. People don't know that I exist, and that is a shame for me, and it is a shame for all of the people out there that need or would certainly benefit from my help. And you may be in a situation where you're standing on the scales and you're looking at the scale weight like, oh, I'm not losing weight, I don't know what's going on. It's like, you do know what's going on. You're eating too much food. You're skipping the workouts. You're deciding not to complete your daily step target. You're skipping the cardio. You're having the cheat meals when you haven't earned them or when they're not on the plan. If you have a coach, you're not doing what the coach has told you to do. And I've seen it with many of my clients over the years. They will be like, oh, John, can you reduce my calories a bit because I'm not losing weight? Or can you give me some extra cardio? Can you give me another workout to do because I'm not getting the results? And I'm like, no. because you're not doing what I have given you to do. Because if you were, then you would be getting the results. Like I'm that confident in my knowledge that if somebody isn't getting results on my coaching programs, they're not following the plan. And I've never had any backlash from that, because whenever I pulled someone up and I've said, look, we've had the conversation about why they're not getting results, they've said, yeah, well, actually, you're right, you've got me. It's like, I know I have, and that's not coming from arrogance. That's confidence from, well, decades. I mean, coming up to 2 decades of constant obsessive study and bettering myself and learning everything that there possibly is to know, and it's given me the opportunity to be able to help other people. But at the same time, I'm still trying to help myself, because I'm only a human being, and trying to figure out happiness and trying to find my place in this world that I've always sort of struggled to fit in here, being ADHD, whatever you want to call it. We all have our challenges, we all have our problems, whether it's physical injuries, whether it's past trauma, we all like to feel that we've got it harder than everybody else, but everybody has been through a tough time. That is life. That is this human experience. We are here to struggle. But what most people do is they moan and they bitch and they whine and they complain throughout life, and they don't ever make any progress. They don't ever change. And for me, that is not how I'm wired up. I am a very solution-based person. If there is a problem, I'm going to fix it, and that's in any area of my life. And I will find out the information. We live in a world now of abundant information. Anything that we want to know about anything, we just ask AI and it gives us the answer. It's not always right, but you cast your mind back 20 years, we had Google. We could ask Google stuff. It's like, Google it, but we've gone way beyond that now. Not knowing how to do something is no longer an excuse. If you don't know how to do something, it is simply because you haven't asked AI. You could know anything that you want to know in 1 minute after this video finishes. If you're saying that you don't know how to lose weight, it's bollocks. You know how to lose weight. What you struggle with is the accountability, the guidance and the support. Somebody there to give you the confidence and to hold your hand, to support you. That's what I primarily do. What I primarily promote as the value in coaching and what I do as a coach, because you can get a training program for free. You can get nutritional advice for free. You don't need to pay somebody a monthly fee for a training program and a nutrition plan, because you can ask AI. Now, it's never going to be as good as if it's done by a human, unless you really, really know how to use AI, which I don't. I chat to AI like I'm having a chat with somebody. I don't know how to use prompts or anything like that. But the information's out there. And for you to say, I don't know how to hit my protein target, or I don't know how to do this, or don't know how to do that, you're lying to yourself. And that is kind of the whole point of this video. You're lying to yourself. You know why you're not getting the results. You know why you're out of shape. You know why you aren't earning enough money, in the same way that I do, because your focus is elsewhere. Now, for me, my focus is on my own personal self-development, my current clients, my career, my family. That's kind of the excuse as to why my coaching business hasn't taken off. I just haven't been putting in the effort. If you look on my Instagram, I haven't posted for months, or there might be 1 or 2 posts. Literally over the last 6 months, I've probably posted like 4 times or something. I post to my stories consistently, but I'm not doing that to try and gain clients. It's just a bit of a habit now, just to share bits and bobs of my life. But where is your focus? Probably on the news, on fucking soaps, on Friday, on dreading Monday morning, on all of your problems and all of your excuses. you get what you focus on in life, and turn your attention towards what you want to achieve, whatever that may be, whatever your goals are. Turn your attention towards it. Start obsessing over it. Buy the books, speak to AI, reach out to a coach, reach out to an expert, and start today. Because I don't know about you, life is flying by. I'm nearly 37. It's May already, 2026. I don't know where the time is going, but I promised myself when I was 33, when I first started coaching, that I'd be a millionaire by the time I was 40. And let's just say, couldn't be further from the truth. I still have 3 years. But you probably promised yourself 3 or 4 years ago that you were going to be in shape, that you were going to get abs, or you were going to get back to your pre-baby weight, or, you know, you were going to sort your life out one way or another. And you probably haven't. And the unfortunate thing is, with time, as time goes on, you're getting older, you're naturally regressing, and we can do our best not to by eating healthy and exercising and looking after ourselves. But at the end of the day, if you are still where you are now 5 years ago, you've actually gone backwards, because with age it doesn't quite stay the same. But anyway, my son should be here very shortly. Just enjoying the nice warmth in the sun here, and it's amazing. I really struggle to speak to the camera. I hesitate, and I never feel like I don't know what to say. I wasn't going to record this because I've got a little bit of dirt on my t-shirt, and my nails are looking minging because I've been working on my car, so I've got a bit of... I look for an excuse. The lighting's crap. Oh, I'm not going to record a video because the lighting's bad. I've got a stain on my t-shirt. Constantly looking for excuses not to do what I know that I need to do. And you will find it. You will find it. You'll let yourself off the hook. You'll want that extra hour in bed. Your gym clothes won't be washed. The gym's going to be too busy at a certain time of day, or you can't go out and do your steps because it's raining or because it's windy. You've got no food in and you're hungry, so you had to stop at McDonald's on the way home. You know, there's a list of hundreds of excuses, and I've heard them all, and I've utilised them all. I've used all those excuses over the years. But none of them are real excuses, really. We're just trying to let ourselves off the hook. And at the end of the day, it comes down to your actions. And your actions, repeated over time, become habits and behaviours, and it becomes who you are. And it's time to start unpicking that. It's time to start posting the content, sending the emails, creating, or doing your steps, doing your workouts, eating better, one day at a time, one decision at a time, one morning at a time. And that will compound as the days and the weeks and the months go on. You will start to change your life. And that is how transformation occurs. Jim Rohn said, where else would you start than with an apple a day? You know, you think that something like that is insignificant, and in order for you to make change, you have to turn your whole life upside down, but that isn't the case. Just start with something. And I'm starting with this video. So I'll leave you there. Speak to you in the next one.